Hello, so I'm just going to show some real quick Killjoy lineups that I found. I'm main Killjoy, but I'm only like gold, so I'd recommend still watching some other people to find lineups. For A here, I've got one that lands there, and one that can get this area, but it lands on there, so it might not get the back corner. So for this one here, you want to go back here, and there's actually two lineups that you can do. I've seen people doing this one and do this lineup,
Placing swarm grenade.
which should land right on default.
Swarm grenade out.
One that I've found is to come nice up with the longer bit of grass here and put the line in between your turret and your ult right there on the bottom there in that corner,
Placing swarm
and throw,
grenade.
which also lands on default.
Swarm grenade out.
For this
Plant
one,
spike.
it took me a while to find a lineup for that, but in the end, I came right here and looked in between these two bit of leaves here, just in between here and up there. So it should be around there,
Placing swarm
and
grenade.
just throw. So that should land around there,
Swarm grenade out.
which can stop the defuse in this corner if you've planted all the way in the corner. But then, of course, you've also just got, you can just
Placing
put your
swarm
bodies in the
grenade.
corner here,
Placing swarm grenade.
which will also
Swarm
stop the
grenade out.
defuse. If it helps, if you are able to get back here, so if your team has got control over the mid area, kind of their spawn as well, and you know they're all on site, you can come here, line up with about that there, and do a jumping
Placing
throw.
swarm grenade.
This will land in the
Swarm
cave
grenade
there
out.
and be able to stop defuse. Now, I did spend time finding an ult combo with your mollies, which is not too useful because if they're pushing A, you can just ult here and push them all the way back. But if you wanted to, you can ult in this corner
Initiated. My ultimate.
and either throw one or two. I like throwing two. One at the edge of here, jumping
Placing
throw,
swarm
and
grenade.
then one at this edge and jumping
Placing
throw.
swarm grenade.
And they will land just outside the ult here,
Swarm grenade
stopping all
out.
the people that are sitting in this area here. Now I like to throw this one a bit more to the right so that it covers like
Help.
around here as well. And then the second
Yeah.
one's got that. And I did already get a kill with this one earlier.
Everything.
Initiated.
I was red ult.
Catch
too.
him rotating.
Red in.
Placing swarm grenade.
Say chill.
Placing-
God.
Swarm grenade out.
I think one's detained. He's around the corner to your right.
Yeah, they're rotating.
Powers out.
Shoot him. Nice.
So it does work. Now, for B, I've seen other people do this one. I got this one off someone else. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles over, and you just aim at the tile and do a jumping insta throw,
Placing swarm grenade.
and that will land for the plant spot in this corner.
Swarm grenade out.
Now this
Plant
corner's
the spike.
kind of hard to do because with Killjoy there's not really any lineups you can really do. But for now, you will get seen if you do this one, but there's not really anything else you can do. I like to stand behind this ramp, aim at this little orange bit here, just underneath the roof, and do a jumping
Placing
throw,
swarm grenade.
which will land on the corner here
Swarm grenade
and
out.
can stop the defuse all the way in this corner as well. So you can use that one, but if they are looking for you, they will see you when you jump, and then they can wallbang you. So right now, not really too many other lineups I've found on this map, but first impressions for setups, what I've been doing is I've been preferring to play A, and I'm really liking putting a turret right there on that wall, which when they come around this corner here, the turret will spot them, and it's pretty hard to see. What I've also been doing is putting one
Placing
molly right
swarm
there,
grenade.
and a molly just like on this line
Placing
here,
Swarm grenade.
and an alarm bot like
Placing
that,
alarm bot.
because if they all decide to push in together, and you've got teammates watching mid, it can be really helpful to when your alarm bot goes off, pop both of those ones as they run in. And then peek out from behind this box just to, you know, catch anyone backing up. But I'd really recommend putting
Bot coming back.
And-
Calling my bot.
just like a bot on mid, so somewhere like around here
Placing alarm
if you're
bot.
holding A, just because mid is really important on this map, and if your teammates aren't the best at holding it, which I know is very common in
Recalling my
gold
bot.
elo, you'll definitely want to do that, or just put something of you two on A, and then if you want you can hold mid yourself. As for B, I'd recommend not holding B as Killjoy because it's a lot harder to because it's so much more open. But what I've been doing is putting an alarm bot back here in the middle, and then a molly
Placing swarm grenade.
on either corner,
Placing swarm
so
grenade.
that when they push up and walk back here,
Swarm grenade
pop both
out.
of them, and the lot leaves a gap here. If you don't want the gap, you can push them a little bit
Placing
further
swarm
in,
grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
and
Swarm
pop both of them when they
grenade
come
out.
back here.
Swarm grenade out.
And they've either got to back out, or if you put them both in the corners,
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm
They walk in
grenade.
here.
Swarm grenade out.
and then you get a lot of damage on them. But then other than that, on the side, probably just put
Placing
a
swarm
molly in
grenade.
both of the defaults
swarm
just to
grenade.
prevent plan, and then just tell it on any of the boxes
Turn out.
to watch long.
Swarm grenade out. Swarm grenade
So this
out.
is just my first impressions. Don't really know if they will be too good, but as I said, they'll most likely work for me in around gold elo. Don't really know about higher, but yeah, hopefully this has helped you.